All right, everyone. So as we're just starting to relax here, I want us to make sure that we're happy on our mats. If we're noticing that something's already started to bother us or distract us, using this time to change that. If the TV's on, turning it off. If somebody's busy next in the kitchen, just making sure that we're either asking them to be quiet or we're just acknowledging the fact that there are sounds, there are distractions, that's okay. All right. So if we're not already there, go ahead and everyone lay flat down on your mat. We begin our class with some relaxation. We relax on our shoulders. Let our hips just fall open. Maybe your toes turn out to the side a little bit. I want us to find the flat part of our head. So maybe rocking our head right to left, noticing that there may be some tension, some cricks or cracks. And then we establish the flat part of our head, letting our nose point straight up to the ceiling. Now, while we're here, go ahead and close your eyes and start slowly breathing. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. I want us to feel our body relax. Imagine our body is like a candle, and every time we breathe in, the fire gets a little bit higher. And as we breathe out, the wax on the side of the candle, it melts right down to the base of the table it's sitting on. Keep picturing that as we breathe a little bit deeper. Now on our next big inhale, reach those arms long up above the head. Stretch them out, big morning time stretch. Maybe your backs peel off the ground. Open up those ribs as we reach really long. And just relax the arms down. Gathering those knees into our chest, we'll give ourselves a wonderful big hug. Holding knees to chest, holding onto the legs, anywhere that feels good. We'll start to just rock side to side. Gentle rocking right to left. Meeting out any tight spots in the backs, the hips. Maybe noticing our knees feeling a little bit tender. And as we continue to hold on to those knees, now we'll just hold them still, hug them in a little bit closer. Go ahead and roll our ankles. Working through those cricks and cracks, wiggling the toes. Taking both feet down to the ground now. We'll make sure that the feet are nice and close to the body, but our knees are only spaced about hip-width distance apart. They're not touching and the knees are pointing straight up. Arms come down by our side as we get ready for our glute bridges. Let's inhale, squeeze the hips as we lift up nice and high. Exhale, slowly roll down. Inhale, lifting up, activating the glutes, stretching the front of our hips. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lifting the hips up. Exhale. From here, we'll take our arms just out to the side, taking both knees up 90 degrees. Activate those abdominal muscles nice and strong here. I want us to tap one foot at a time down to the floor, moving from your hip. We inhale, lower the right foot. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the left foot. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the right. Keep your knee bent at 90. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, one more on each side. Inhale, right. Exhale, lift. Inhale, left. Exhale, hold the knees at the center, taking windshield wipers next. Inhale in the middle. Now exhale, lower them over to the right. Keep the shoulders glued to the floor. Inhale, lift up into the middle. Exhale, lower to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift, training those obliques. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift, last time. Exhale, left. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, release the feet down. Very nice. Let's roll over onto our sides. Take our time as we come up and over. We're going to find tabletop position. Tabletop on our hands and our knees. We'll incorporate a little bit more balance work, controlling using the core. Taking your spinal balance, we'll extend right arm forward, left leg back. So it's opposite arm and leg. Slowly lower that down. Inhale, left arm and right leg. Nice straight line. Exhale, lower. Do a couple more of these. Inhaling right, find our balance. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Now this one will hold. Inhale, right arm, left leg, hold it out. Finding songbird. Elbow and knee crunch under. Inhale, extend. Again. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Exhale, round the backs, belly buttons in. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Lower the hand and knee. Take the other side. Inhale, left arm, right leg, hold it here. Songbird. Crunch under, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, really long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Release down with our exhale. Holding tabletop, make sure that we're still scooping up through our bellies, taking cows and cats. We inhale, open the chest, look tall. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round, belly buttons in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Pull those belly buttons in as we tuck the chin. Inhale, open. Last time in cow. Exhale, round up, high up to cat. Pushing back into child's pose. Sinking those hips down into our heels. Let's reach our arms forward and bring our head down to the floor. Taking our modified flow series, following as best as you can. We inhale forward into our kneeling plank. Flat backs as we exhale, hold in baby crocodile. Press straight up in kneeling plank. Push back into child's pose. Inhaling forward. Exhale, slow lower, elbows touching ribcage. Inhale, press straight up, keep the back flat. Exhale, push back into child. We'll do this one more time. Inhaling forward. Exhale, hover. Inhale, press straight up. Exhale, push back. Curling the toes, lifting the hips up nice and high, we'll find down dog. Now in down dog, as we lift the hips, start to pedal through the feet, right to left. This is a great way to really activate the feet, work through the arches, the toes, starting to stretch through the ankles, the calf muscles, all while pushing away from those hands, opening up the shoulders. Now from here, I want us to try to push those heels down to the floor. See how close we can get our heels to the ground today with our back staying really straight. Taking our next flow series. We'll inhale forward into plank. Some of us will stay high on our toes, others will come down onto our knees. We'll slowly lower all the way to the ground this time. Chaturanga. Scooping up into cobra, baby or full. Pressing back into down dog. Some of us will choose child's pose instead today. Let's do that twice more. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, press back. Looking really good, everyone. One more time. Inhaling forward. Exhale, slow lower. Scooping up for cobra. And pressing back, down dog. From here, let's walk our hands and feet together, coming to the top of our mat. We come up halfway to monkey. See how flat you can get your back? Little bend in our knees. Hands can touch shins or come up onto thighs. We'll feel a little stretch through the hamstring. Most of what we're doing right now is trying to pull the best posture together as possible. Nice long necks. From here, sitting back into our chair pose, let's reach those arms up nice and high. If our shoulders are bothering us, we can hold hands in heart center instead. Good, sitting nice and low into those hips. From here, big inhale, lift tall. And exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to stand at the very top of our mat. Roll our shoulders down, finding what's called Tadasana. Feet are about hips-width distance apart as we stand up really tall. Slight bend in our knees. Inhale, reach those arms up to prayer. Now exhale, swan dive all the way down to forward fold. Come up halfway to monkey. Release down into forward fold. Step just our left foot back. Crescent lunge. We can keep our hands on the floor or we can lift them tall, holding our first lunge in balance. Phenomenal. Opening up that back hip, we take one more big inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, step back into plank, press back into down dog. We'll go through our flow series, inhaling forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, scooping up for cobra. Exhale, pressing back into down dog. Look up between our hands, step our right foot forward again. So we're still on the right foot for that crescent lunge. Lifting those arms up. Maybe this time we can bend just a little bit deeper into that right knee. Find our balance. Zip up through the core, nice long necks. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. We'll be stepping our left foot forward to the top of our mat, coming halfway up into monkey. Softening our knees, big inhale, lift tall up to prayer. Exhale, sweep, sitting through chair. Good, we'll repeat that sequence on the left. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to monkey. Correct our posture. Exhale, release through fold. Hands come down as we step our right foot all the way back, getting ready for crescent lunge. We lift our hands if or when we're ready. Good, really zipping up through the middle, opening up that back right hip. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, release the hands down. Sweep the left foot back through plank, finding down dog or child's. Taking our flow series. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, slow lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift up through cobra. Exhale, pressing back into down dog. Looking up between our hands, we're going to kick our left foot all the way into our lunge, knee stacked above ankle. If or when we're ready, arms come up. So we're on the left foot again. Let's see if we can bend a little bit lower. Good work. Last big inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Step our foot forward to the top of the mat. Halfway up to monkey. Softening those knees. Big inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep into chair. Inhale, lift up. This time I want you to step your left foot back into warrior one. Ooh, good. All right, so as we're holding warrior one, left foot behind us, right foot forward. Your hips and shoulders face the front. Try to get both feet down. This is a great stretch for the calves, the ankles. Try to keep those shoulders away from our ears. Good stuff. From warrior one, open up to warrior two. Keep that right knee pressing back. So not letting it fall in, keep pressing back and bending forward. Arms tall, really strong. Bending towards the front of that right knee. Holding warrior two. Good, really strong arms, excellent. Taking our side angle to help open up that hip. Right elbow comes down onto the thigh, left arm comes high to the ceiling. Great stretch for the side body. If that arm is bothering you, take it into your back pocket. Good, I'll show you, just from the back. All right, while we're here, from that right leg, we're going to lift back up into warrior two. Spiral ourselves all the way down through lunge. Sweep back into plank. Press back into down dog. Holding down dog. Still focusing on that right leg. We're going to lift the right foot high to the sky, finding three-legged dog. Some of us will have the leg bent, some of us will have it straight. We're going to prepare for our mountain lion. So you can stay here in your three-legged dog, or you can bend the knee and start opening up the hip. Now, while we're opening up the hip, we're going to take that foot, bring it all the way down behind us, try to pop our hand up to the sky. See if we can really lift our hips up. Open, open, holding either three-legged dog, open three-legged dog, or mountain lion. We're all going to meet in down dog. Good. And then from down dog, walk our hands and feet together. Top of our mat, coming up halfway into monkey. From here, we'll soften the knees. Big inhale, reverse, lift high up to prayer. And exhale, release. If we've moved it all, let's take ourselves up to the top of our mat again. Finding mountain. Standing really nice and tall here. This time our right foot steps back into warrior one. This is a great position to find our balance. Make sure we're good with our feet. All four corners of both feet pressing to the ground. As we bend into that left knee, we open our arms tall. Again, if the shoulders are not loving this arm position, we find heart center instead. Holding warrior one, see if we can close our eyes. Find our balance. Now opening to warrior two. Turn to the side. Still bending into that left knee. So the knees and toes point forward. That back leg is pointing towards the side. Keep your hips and shoulders facing the side as well. Now, some of us get very noodly with our arms here. I'll ask that if that's the case, we kind of hold the globe above our head and then just turn the hands down. And then that can really help with our power. Let's take our side angle next. Bending that left elbow onto the thigh, reach the right arm high. Remember, you can take back pocket instead. What I want to make sure we're all doing is we're not just leaning into the shoulder, doing this strange thing. We want to lift up. Really strong and powerful. This arm is not necessary. We're using it just as a little support. From here, we'll take a big inhale, lifting tall up through warrior two. Exhale, slow spiral down. Sweep back through plank. Press back into down dog. Now, just as we did the last time, we're going to still focus on this same sequence with our left leg coming high to the sky this time. Finding that three-legged dog. We can bend the knee, open the hip, and if we'd like a little bit more, maybe we find mountain lion. All right, wherever we ended here, let's all end the pose together with down dog. From down dog, we're going to walk our hands and feet together, coming halfway up to monkey. Bending those knees, big inhale, reverse. And exhale, release. Good. Starting to feel very open, very energetic. We're going to keep going with our energy, doing some moonflowers. Walking our feet so that we're almost getting ready for a sumo squat. In yoga, we'll call this our 5-point star. So from our 5-point star, we reach tall, take a big inhale at the top. Now exhale into a moonflower, elbows down. This is gonna be great for the shoulders and the hips. Inhale, lift up, 5-point star. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze. Just like wall angels against the wall with those shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, we'll do this once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Now on the inhale, open up to crescent lunge with your right foot forward. Holding crescent lunge. Let's get ready for pyramid. We start to sit our hips back as we straighten out both legs. reaching forward over that front right leg. Remembering in pyramid, we want to keep the back flat, the legs straight, both hips and shoulders face that front right foot. So if we need to come up higher today, let's do that instead to make sure we're holding a really good pose. Now, some of us will choose to stay in pyramid. If anyone wants to join me in a balanced half moon, we're going to start to soften that right knee as we walk forward, lifting the left leg parallel to the floor. We can stay in tripod, or we can lift our left hand and left leg open into balanced half moon. Holding it here. Good. Now slowly releasing that foot. We're going to come back down with our toe. Taking both feet facing forward. They're fairly wide still in our sumo squat. And we'll sit down nice and low into that sumo squat, finding your prayer squat. Good, keep holding it here. Try to open up those knees, sitting low through the hips. Draw those shoulders down. Very nice. Now take our time. We're slowly going to lift up out of that. We're facing the front, find that 5 point. We're going to continue onto the other side. We take 5 moonflowers, coming down. Now big inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Good, very strong. Great for the hips and shoulders with that mobility. Exhale. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Now turn to the left side. Crescent lunge, just like we did in our sun salutation. See if we can come forward. See how my back foot, I'm coming onto the toes, really pushing into that front knee, drawing nice lines. Good, now from here, let's start to straighten out both legs. Slowly finding pyramid. Such a nice stretch for the back of the legs, into the hips. Some of us will really feel this in the calves and ankles. More of us will feel this through probably behind the knee into that hamstring. Take our time. Now, some of us will stay in pyramid. A few of you may join me as we start walking our hands forward, finding tripod. Left leg is perpendicular to the ground, right leg will be parallel. If anyone wants balanced half moon, we open that right shoulder and right hip, lifting up nice and tall. Very nice, everybody. Take your time as we slowly roll down. Work our way all the way up. Turn both toes to face the center, just like you do the beginning, and find that prayer squat. Oh, see if we can sit down nice and low here. Now, we could just crunch our shoulders, or we can really draw those shoulders back, working on posture, opening up those hips. Really opening up those hips. Very nice, everybody. Slowly, I want us to lift all the way back up. Open into that 5 point star. And relax. Take our time. Getting out of that, shake out your legs if you need to. Grab a drink of water. We're going to take ourselves all the way down to the floor. So we'll find ourselves at the top of our mat. Rolling those shoulders down, softening our knees. Inhale, lift all the way up. And now exhale, swan dive into forward fold. As we hold forward fold, we can reach our hands down to the ground. We can hold on to our legs or hold either elbow in ragdoll. And then I want you just to gently swing right to left. Very gently swing right to left. We may feel this in the hips. Now hold it still. See if we can drop just a little bit lower. Rock the head right to left, shaking it no. Nod the head up and down, noticing any tension in the neck. Now slowly bending our knees. We're going to step all the way back through tabletop here. From tabletop, preparing for puppy dog. Let's walk our hands forward. Sit our hips all the way up to the sky as we bring our chin or our forehead down to the ground. Holding puppy dog, really scoop out those shoulders. Feels great on the back, even the shoulders and the chest. Slowly we'll scoop ourselves all the way forward, laying onto our stomach. And then when we get here, we'll bring our hands underneath the ribs, squeeze the shoulders as we lift up into cobra, stretching our abs, lengthening our back. Feels so good. Lower ourselves all the way down onto our stomach, taking our arms straight out in front of us. Let's find ourselves coming into knot. We take our right hand and we'll bring it underneath that left arm, laying into our right shoulder. Now this would be called half knot if we chose to stay here. If there are those of you interested in taking full knot, we'll now take that left arm, bring it across the body as well, pull the arms apart, and then drop the head as low as it'll go. Just letting those shoulder blades separate in the back. Continuing to hold this. Just one more moment. And then slowly starting to release, bringing those arms forward. We'll take that on the other side now. Bringing our left arm all the way underneath. And we can lay in that shoulder, staying here in half knot. And then if anyone prefers, we can take that right arm, and bring it across as well for full knot, really pulling those shoulder blades apart and then dropping the head down. Slowly releasing, coming out of that. We'll take our next cobra stretch, bringing our hands under our shoulders, scooping ourselves up, lifting up really nice and tall. And now take our time, pressing back in through down dog. Now in down dog, we should probably notice that we're able to push our chest a little bit farther forward through the shoulders, maybe drop our heels a little bit down towards the ground, really lifting the tailbones high. We'll get ready to take our pigeon pose, taking that right foot all the way up to the sky, bent or straight. Kick it up between the body so that the foot is up towards the left hand, the knee is up towards the right hand. We want that front leg to be as close to the top of the mat as possible, the back leg long with the edge of the mat. Now we can stay up on our hands, or we can come down onto our forearms. Some of us like to rest our forehead onto the hands. What I want us to do is just relax through the hips, trying to keep the body facing the floor. So the tendency is just to kind of cheat and lay on the side. It doesn't do anything. So why don't we take advantage of this time, find our center, resting on our knees and our hips. We shouldn't be on our hips, so we should be resting on our knees and our feet. Taking a couple really nice slow breaths. Noticing your body relaxing just a little bit more. And we'll slowly take our hands up if they're not already there. Taking that right foot back behind us, finding down dog. Whether we just hold down dog or take a couple pedals, walking from right to left, We'll prepare to repeat that now with the left leg kicking forward, or whichever foot you haven't done yet. We'll lift the left foot up high, kick it all the way up towards the right hand. The knee comes towards the left hand. Trying to get our legs running perpendicular to one another. With our hands coming down for the elbows, some of us will rest all the way down. Let's find a position that we're comfortable with. And really slow that breathing. Encourage your body to relax. Slowly taking our time, coming up onto our hands, sweeping back into our final down dog. From down dog, coming forward into tabletop. We'll spend a little bit of time stretching our shoulders again, reaching our right hand up nice and high, preparing for thread the needle. Sweep it all the way under that left arm, laying into our right ear. We can take that hand that's just resting behind the head right now. We can reach it overhead, or sometimes we like to reach that arm up high. Whatever feels comfortable here as we're stretching through that bottom shoulder. Make sure you're happy with the stretch. From here, we can take both arms up into tabletop again. Take your time. You're going to be noticing lots of sensation. Inhale, lift that left arm nice and high to the ceiling and sweep it all the way under the right. Again, you can keep the hand by the head, reach it forward or reach it up. Notice the stretch through the shoulder blades. Make sure it's a good stretch. We're comfortable with it. And taking our time, finding ourselves coming back up through table and pressing back into child's pose. Sink low into those hips, extend the arms, see if we can get even smaller, even lower as we relax the head. From child's pose, we're going to work our way all the way over onto our backs. Taking our time as we find a sitting position, sweeping those legs forward, and then we can lay all the way down. And as we start to get down onto our mats, making sure we're once again comfortable laying on our back, we'll take our right leg and lift it straight up to the ceiling. We can hold the calf, the ankle, the foot. We can hold behind the knee. This left leg, it can be a support by being bent, or you can make the stretch a little bit bigger by straightening that leg out. I want us to slow our breathing. And if anyone wants more ankle work right now, feel free to start rolling that top foot. Holding this for just a couple of more breaths. See if we can bring the thigh a little bit closer towards the belly. And we'll slowly start to bend that knee and release the leg down. Working our left knee in towards the body. We'll straighten the leg up, whether we hold the thigh up to the calf or if we feel like holding the foot is better. We want to keep our shoulders and hips down on the ground. That right knee can be bent for extra support or straight for extra stretch. Try to relax through the shoulders and face. Quite often, when we're stretching our leg, we don't even realize that we're getting tense through the neck. 2 more big breaths. And slowly releasing that down. Taking our arms out to the side, we'll lift our right knee up, finding spinal twist, lowering it all the way over to the left. Let's look over that right arm. Keep the shoulders down on the ground. Notice the stretch across our biceps, into the chest muscles, the front of the shoulder, down our ribs, in through the hip. Inhale, lifting the knee up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, that left knee comes high. Exhaling, lower to the right. And as we keep our shoulders pressing down into the ground, we can look over that left arm, noticing any stretch coming across that left side. Take our time as we lift that knee up and lower down. Slowly now, I want us to bring our arms just down by our sides or onto our bellies. Allow our hips to really relax as we find ourselves coming into our Shavasana. Now, as we hold Shavasana, a couple of things we can do. We can start to close our eyes. We can start to try to relax the muscles in our face and our shoulders. And if we're finding it really difficult to stay focused, try counting our breath. So we can breathe in with our inhale, counting for 5 slow counts. And then on our exhale, we take those same 5 slow counts. Whatever that speed is, noticing our belly rising every time we breathe in, getting as full as it can get. As soon as we get to that count of 5, we pause, can't take any more air in. And then as we breathe out, we release and relax completely. Remembering that candle at the beginning of our practice. As we take those inhales, we see the flame getting higher. And as we breathe out with our exhale, we notice the melting wax sliding down the side of the candle. Last big breath cycle. From here, I want us to start wiggling our fingers and our toes. And as we reawaken the body, start to roll the ankles, the wrists. We can take our arms, reach them long over our head. That last big stretch opening up. And then gently releasing those arms, gathering our knees into our chest for one final big hug. Feel free to rock side to side. Gently rocking and rolling all the way up. And as we find ourselves coming into that seated posture, we're going to make sure that we are able to sit up really nice and tall so that we can finish with a little bit of a neck stretch. So finding that position, taking our right ear over towards our right shoulder. And we can push that left arm out to the side. Noticing all the stretch coming up that left neck. Coming through the middle, let's take our left ear over to the left shoulder, and we can press that right arm away if it feels good. Remember, we can do this throughout our day, throughout the school day. Whenever we start to feel that tension creep up, just take a couple of minutes and find some neck stretch, a little bit of relief through the shoulders. We'll come through the middle again. Go ahead and just take a few shoulder rolls, making sure that we are really quite happy with how we're feeling right now. Maybe we roll the shoulders in both directions. Noticing anything too that maybe we need to spend a little bit of time after our practice working through just a couple more stretches. Now as we get ready to say our final goodbye, let's take our hands right on top of the knees. maintaining a really nice upright posture. We inhale, reach our arms high up above the head to prayer. Exhale, coming down through the middle, finding heart center. Namaste.